Hello, and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the noob, and I call myself Xenso. Now this is the episode 2, and I do actually suggest that you do as the sign tells you. Go in the Gaming Like a Noob and subscribe. Now anyway, this is, as I said, episode 2, and today we have over 54,000 now. As I said in the first episode, that when we have 54,000 we're going to be building that garbage disposal thingamajig. So that's what we're going to start with in this episode. So let's start by putting it right here. I think I'm going to start by taking away this stuff here. And we're going to be placing this one right in the center of this road. Now that's for all those roads. So there's no real center, so I'll have to place it like that. Now this is one of those cheating stuff as well, because it will not only do a lot of garbage, the garbage will also be produced into power. And I think this has a maximum of 6 megawatts, if I'm not in the wrong here. Let's look. No, power output is 12 when it picks up and are in full process rate. When it is in full process rate, it take care of 96,000 a week in trash, and it gives an power output of 12 megawatts. So, and it does have 27 garbage trucks, so it is quite a good one, and it does help out a lot, of course. And now we can just start the game and we can see that they are releasing those garbage trucks. Nice. But you can see that the hard part in traffic, because there's no traffic problems anywhere in the city itself. The problem is here, all the way back, and this is because we are starting all the way outside. So you should not really start a city so close to the edge. I mean, if you don't have this 81 mod, you wouldn't even go outside of this inner city border here. You would start in these areas, and you would not you wouldn't even be able to play here. So that is, of course, but it's not it's not something that keeps a problem for the rest of the traffic. I mean, sure, the traffic that wants to go out to these two lanes are, of course, having problems, but most of them wants to go into this lane. So you could get this to move along in a way where you denied access here, or not denied access here, but what I would say that if you don't come from this right lane, then you're screwed to go into this. You could do that just to make it look better, and then you just go like this. I think we're gonna have that on for a while. Let's just we take this one and we just press CTR. We hold CTRL in control button and we press S, and it will give you these straight arrows. So if we don't give them the opportunity to change lanes anywhere, they will have to, if they're in those two lanes, they will have to go straight. So if they want to go into this area here or into this here, they'll have to go all the way back here and then go up here and go in here and then go. So there is another way that is not very far from this way, but yeah. And now if you don't come from this lane, from the outside, you're having pretty much of a problem getting, because but you can still see that there are some. But I think this problem is at the end of the map. The spawning problem is always there. You're always going to have a little problem here. But the rest of it is actually going quite well here now. It is a stair stop in this lane, of course, but the other two lanes are really flowing on. And you do get a nice traffic going through everywhere here. So it looks a little better than everybody trying to get into this lane here. And the ones that are in this lane out here and wants to go straight ahead, they have no problem now. So that's good. We solved that problem. Now for this episode, I want to continue to build some of these houses to get more people into the city, because I want 1600 so that I can start with our second project, which will be the farming industry. I want that up and running, and I think that is 1600 in population, yes. But I also think we have 1000 now, so now we only need 600 more people. What's this? Agriculture specialization. We can already start with that then. Oh, I think that's the first way of doing it. Before the industry DLC came out. So no, we can't do it yet. But we have police stations and fire station, and that is of course something that we have to build up here. Now I don't want the police in the middle of this. We did have something like that in Sweden, but I guess it was too expensive, so now we don't have it. We do have it outside of these communities. We do have some big police stations, and they all come from those places. So no local thingamajigs anymore. So let's have a modern sheriff station. We start with that right here. And I'm just going to be building... Oh, I need more money for that. Oh well, it's only 3,000, so I guess we'll have it soon. Just have to wait for that. But anyway, what I was thinking, we need more people. We need 600 more people in order to start our farming. So I'm just going to fix that by giving it some more of these Oslo houses here, because we're going to fill out this area. We know that. Yeah, this is our starting area. And I built a couple of them actually. You can see here, we will have room for quite a lot of housings here, so quite a lot of people will be able to move in here. We can make them all the Oslo houses here. And now I want to line them up with the ones up there, and you're going to see once we reach 1600 as well why I want to line them up like this. And that. Yes, now we're going to place this, and this is a hard one because this one won't smack into that one. So let's place one here and one there and one there. Then I just use move it. Let's see if I can move it straight up there? No, I can use it like until that and then turn that off, because I wanted to try and keep it as smooth as possible here. There we go. I think that's good enough for me. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's turn that thing off as well. Now we have 4 more of these houses containing 54 plus 22, 79 households times 4 here. I'm not going to do that math in my head, but yeah, we do have a lot of households, so it's easily going to come up to those 600. And the money is coming in, so pretty soon we will be able to build parks and most of all it will be possible for us to start our farming industry. So, which this episode is supposed to happen, be about. So let's speed up, because I want us to get into the game properly here. Let's see which comes first, 1,600 people or 12,000 in money. It really looks like it's going to be the money. What I am thinking about is perhaps I want to build one more parking space on this side, because we're running out of parking spaces here. Well, there's still a couple of them left, so let's just keep it like this for now. The traffic isn't getting better here, but as I said, it's because we're too close to the end of the map. And as long as it's in that direction, I don't see a problem with it. You can see now that it's giving a problem back here as well. So I'm thinking, I want to change lanes here. Oh well, we can live with that, can't we? There's no real problem in this roundabout, so we'll live with that problem. We'll deal with it later, as I used to say. Anyway, oh, there's a big fire. The elementary school is burning up. Oh, that's not good. All those children. All those children. 800 were working there, and I have no... Oh, we do have the money. And we've had it for quite some time, I see. Maybe I'd just like to see the little ones burn. Of course not. That was just a joke. I hope nobody gets offended about that, but... Anyway, now we have a fire department. Let's hope that they can get that fire fixed. Here they come. They really should ignore the speed limits. Oh, they turned out, and they've turned off the fire. Will this get back to normal? Well, the kids keeps going to school, so I guess it will turn to normal sooner or later. Doesn't look good as the burn school though. I get all my books are burned. I'm reading black. The background is the same as the letters. Anyway, yeah, I think we're going to be making some... Well, let's wait with that. You can see that they're all walking to school here, because there's no cars being able to drive here, of course. So, yeah. Now it starts to fix itself. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful later on again. It's going to go back into the lines that it was. So, yeah. Phew. They're fixing it. They're repairing the school. That was not something that you want to have happening to your elementary school. Big fire. But the fire department is there. Now the next thing will be the graveyard, and that won't happen until we have 2,800 in population, so that's nothing that we have to worry about right now. But anyway, oh, that didn't start. That's one. No, we haven't gotten to 1.6. We are very close though. So soon, pretty soon, we will be able to be starting our farms. Bear with me, people. We will start the intent of this episode pretty soon. Here we go. Let's just see what happens here. The game freezes up because, and I noticed that it's just at this one, the 1600 mark. I think it's because there is so much that is released in this when you reach 1600 in population, that it takes a lot of time to get this to go up, and so yeah, insane the amount of time it takes there. But what I want to start with before I start with the farming industry is actually to go into this district, and I'd start with making a park area, and I'm gonna be making this area here into a park, and I'm gonna show you why I leave. Now let's go into the park area. We'll start with this one, and we go in here, and I'm actually going to start between these houses is where I place these gates, and I want to have like this. Let's see, how's the money? 30,000. Let's just turn off this the speed of light here. I was almost saying, and turn off the speed on that one. Let's see that we get all the way down with this one, and we want them straight, and we're all the way down. Let's see, and this is what I want, because now they can walk pretty quick between all these streets here, and it's going to give us money, because for some reason it costs money to walk in the path that you have here in between. We have another thing, and we can also place, I want to find my special little park, which I just love, and that is this one, a marvelous corner park. I'm going to be placing it not there but here, I think, like that, and that's going to make them happy having some park. Now 30,000. So this is what I, now that the people that lives all in these houses here can go through this to get to the elementary school and to get to this one. And you know what? I want a restaurant down here. I think that is fitting in this little part of this the community here, that you have a little restaurant in there, and yeah, that's a good start. I think we will be placing this one later on. I think it will fit. No, it won't fit in there, so I'm going to have to build it either out there or on the opposite side there. Well, anyway, let's not worry about that now, but I do want to worry about one thing, and that is I would love them to be able to cross here, so I can go into this node controller, and you see here it's green. So let's just press there, and we get a little crossing. Perfect. And I want the same on this side. Just line them up with the gates and press. And we have a little crossing there as well. I'm not very fond of people crossing the roads because it is murder on the traffic, but there's no cars gonna drive in here, and it looks great. It's going to be great for the people that lives here, and it's only service vehicles that is going to be driving on this road. So yeah, and of course there's going to be a lorry to deliver to this restaurant here, but otherwise it's going to be fine. So we're going to have a good little place here, no problem for them. So we started this little community. We're going to change this elementary school, of course, later on. Once we reach that 8,500, we're going to have the other one which have 1,200. But we've gotten this far. So, as I said, this episode should be about the farming. So we're going to move over to where we're going to start our farm. But this is always a place where we're going to come back and be getting more people in and be making the money, so to speak, for us to have a good start here. So yeah, let's move along down here to the place where I want to start the farming industry. So let's go into the district, and then we have this farming thingamajig, and we're gonna start painting the farming place. And I want the farming to go, this is where I want the farm things to go. But since we do need to keep the milling thingamajig inside the industry as well, I want this to be a farming industry as well. It's a very strange thing that you have to keep your milling within the farming industry, to be honest. I mean, it's not like they do have whatchamacallit, the farming, they don't, the farmers out on the farm, they do not have the mills, and not anymore. Now that's all industrialized, and then they just drive their seed to somebody that mills it, and it's not anywhere. Well, it is out on the countryside here in Sweden, to be honest, but it is in some small city or small little village that has an industrial area, and that's where they go and collect it all. It's not in the farming area. The farmers do not have it themselves, so yeah, could have just been anywhere, but let's have it like this. They want it like that, so yeah. So we're gonna have the farming house here. What I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna see if I've done these restrictions. I haven't, because I don't want the traffic, the lorry traffic to go through this here and then go down here, and I don't want cars to go through this, so I'm going to be turning off the ability for cars to go through here. Just everything else is allowed, but not civilian cars. So, and I think I don't want any civilian cars anywhere in this industrial area, actually. So I'm going to turn off that as well. So let's just bear with me while I take away the possibility for ordinary cars to drive here. I know it's going to be a problem, because how are the people that's going to be working in this industrial area going to be able to get to work? Well, they can walk. It's not that far. You can park your car here somewhere in this. There's going to be a little city center here where commercial zones and parking places and stuff like that. But in this industrial area, I don't want cars to drive, because it's going to be murder for many of the cars here, or for many of the industries then. So let's just turn the possibility for cars to drive in here off. Keep them off the industrial area. Just on these industry roads, so I'm not gonna touch this one, which is because then they have to, I don't know how they're gonna solve that. What I've turned already, should have been turned off, is actually, this is a little small town village. So to be honest, I don't want heavy traffic on this road, because this road is going to go through the city. Now why would I want heavy traffic to go through there? Now I want to try and see if I've tried this out, and to be honest, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When this industry gets very large, I have to turn it off down here as well. But what I don't want is, I do not want heavy traffic on this, because all of these places here is going to be living area and commercial area, and most of it's going to be living area, and it's going to be service area. So what I'm going to do for now, the park gets a bit bigger. What I'm going to do is go in here. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to turn off heavy traffic to go here in this lane, because I want them to be able, at the moment anyway, I want them to be able to go up to this industry area from this road here, but I do not want them to be able to drive through this road, because this road is going through a small town, but I want to have commercial areas up here, so I'm not going to be turning off that lane that is closest to this here, because they want to deliver goods to anything that is going to be built here. There could be restaurants or shopping malls or something like that. So that lane they will be able to still go with lorries. So, but then I continue here to turn off the possibility for lorries to go through. Same here. Now, it doesn't work with different roads, but if you want them to be able to turn off from intersection to intersection, if you have the same sort of road, you hold shift in, so it's going to be shown here. You can see that this road is the same road all the way down to the roundabout. So if I hold in shift, you can see that the entire way it's going to turn off lorries. So lorries is not going to be able to go on that road. Now, another thing that I would love or would like to do, I'm just going to look at this just as I expected. You can see that that's floating in the air, and we have to fix it the same way. It's a weird thing. I don't know why it does like that, and yeah, but it is it's not that big of a deal to fix. So, but another thing is that this road, since it's going through, I mean, sure, I could keep a speed that is no problem. I think maybe I've done it already. 30 kilometers an hour. I don't think this road has that as a general settings, but let's see. Let's go through here. Yeah, I have changed it all the way. 30 kilometers an hour to drive through this road, and that's what I want. So yeah, and we have that problem here as well. I noticed this before as well when I started talking about doing what I just did, turning off the big car, the lorries and stuff like that in this. Anyway, now we have done that. The second thing I want to do before doing anything else is I don't want lighting here. It's all T intersections except this one, and so what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to be using this one again. You can see this is just such an essential mod, this traffic manager, so I really recommend everybody to get that one if you want to have the possibility to get your city working properly. So instead of light signals, I want to have give way for everything on these T intersections. I want the ones in the straight road to be able to just go forward. We're going to do the same here, and we're going to do, because this is a very small road, they'll have to leave way for this bigger road. And we do the same here, and we do the same here, and the same here. Same here and the same here. That should really be. I haven't fixed this into this roundabout. Oh, I thought I fixed everything. Let's just go through this one then with all the rules. Turn off. It's just as well as we do it now and not white. No, that shouldn't be green. That, and everything here and that, and then we have this one like that. Now that's done. We're going to do the same here. Believe it or not, this is also a roundabout. Like that. It's a roundabout, a little small roundabout going into a big roundabout. And the speed limits, we need to be 50. Don't like it to be any quicker in this. So, and now the arrows. We have the possibility to choose lanes back. So let's do like that, and then we do like that. It's very strange because I'm almost 100% sure that I went through every single roundabout fixing them. So I'm just hoping that they haven't disappeared in the same save game. Then that's that I don't really need to play with, because that would be problematic, because if they disappear in the saves, then I'm sort of not sure that they are going to be kept next time I get into it, and then everything is going to be problematic if I'm going to have to do this every single time. Now I think we have all the rules that I put up anyway. No, I don't have them here. Let's do like that and like that. So, now that's fixed. Let's go to the next roundabout here then. That's not fixed. That's not fixed. What in God's name is going on here? That's fixed. That's good. Something has gone wrong, because I know I did this roundabout. So, for some reason things have disappeared, which scares me a bit, because that's not going to be good if I'm gonna have to put them in again and again and again, because I'm not going to be keeping up with this. When the city gets really big, that's going to be a huge problem for me. That's exactly how it should be, so that's right. Now we should be making farms. Now I have to, do the roundabouts. That's just nuts. Especially since I know I did go through this. I'm 100% sure that I did this roundabout. So that's really weird, but yeah, it's almost done here. It's coming along quite quickly. Like that. Like that. I don't want you to stop there, guys. You can only go straight, so you just move along. Don't be such sour pusses. Just move along, nothing to see. And of course you'll have to wait for the people to get into the No, you have to look to know that it's in the intersection. This one is also completely wrong. Now I'm very sorry about this, guys, because I was 100% sure that and I'm still 100% sure that I made all these roundabouts. I fixed them before I started recording, which is sort of weird that it haven't been staying like this. I have suspected that things like this happen, but I think, nah, it's just me forgetting stuff, but I guess I was wrong. And I guess it's going to be a huge problem if this happens a lot, because my roundabouts are not any good if the rules aren't applied in them, to be honest. So very important that the roundabouts have their rules. And now I guess we're done with that roundabout as well. Let's hope that this is something. Yeah, these are still here. Because I'm pretty sure I turned off the lorries on this road as well before I started recording as well. So yeah, weird one, this one. But let's start with before we get hanged up. I think I'm gonna, after the episode, I'm gonna go through everything again to see that all the roundabouts and stuff like that has their right orders, in things in order. So let's start with this farming industry before we go through, before the episode is almost over. So let's not have that up. Now we need to not do that. Yeah, we do need to do that because we have already painted the industrial area. So let's go into farming here and we build a main farming house right about here somewhere. There. We don't need any lorries to be able to drive where the main farming house is, so that's okay to have on that sort of that place. Now, another thing that I have to be telling you about cheating here that I've done. Let's just pause for 2 seconds. Go into water. I have actually built a lot of pipes just in the starting area here, and I did have some road tools, tolls or whatever however you pronounce it. I did have it out here and here and here and here, but I decided not to have the road tools. They will come soon enough. So I disposed of them, but I still kept this area with water pipes. It's just in the starting area. We're gonna have to be putting out pipes later on in the games, but I wanted to have a smooth start where I didn't have to worry or think about that at all. So yeah, now that I've told you that, let's go on with building the farm area up. We need, of course, to have, before anything, I want to build these silos because there's nothing, no, that, yes, you can't have the fields without having somewhere to put the crops. So I'm going to start here and let's see how many we get before the money ends. 3, 4, 5. Let's have one more. 6. Oh, money's ending there. Then I have this little mod. It's called something with traffic. And I just wanted to be home only, and if you have only, it's the wood estate, it's this farming area. Incoming, I just wanted to be here. I don't want to import grain to my silos, so same here, same with that one. And this one, they should go to home only, yeah, nothing else, just be delivering to my own place. Perfect. I want to keep it in this area. It will hopefully keep down the traffic as well, because you don't have to move the thingamajigs anywhere. So yeah, I think that's good. Oh, I do have a bad back right now. It's not the health issues that kept me away from YouTube though, more to do with the heart. But anyway, we have a start in our wood estate. Now, what I have forgotten is that this is not West Valley. This is not West Valley. This is actually the city of Xenso. shortage of Xenso, which I call myself, as you probably know by now. And yeah, so now that is up and running good. You can see this is the wood estate. Now, I'm pretty sure none of you wanted to call it the wood estate, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And the thing is that I want you guys to comment and give suggestions to all my different districts and stuff like that. So, and what another thing is that this is going to be a little village. So if you do have a little village name, do suggest it down in the area, down in the comments. But I'm just going to be making this district, and I'm going to be actually bringing in the entire industrial area here, because it does belong to this little village. So it's not a district per se, that you're not going to be coming up with a district name, you're going to be coming up with a village name. Now Elm Square is of course not a village name. I just want a name of a little village, like Sleepy Hollow or whatever. Just give me suggestions, and it might take some time because I don't have any subscriber at the moment, but maybe I will get some. You never know. So maybe in a year or two somebody wants me to change the name of Elm Square to Piss Off or something. Or whatever. Now I can say stuff like that now. I don't want to use too much foul language, but I'm not going to be putting it into safe for children or whatever it's called, since you can't comment on those. And I want you guys to be interactive with me. If you want to, I want you to be able to comment. I hope you stay friendly and nice, but it's not a demand. I'm not going to cry myself to sleep if you give me bad reviews and stuff like that. But it's always nicer if you get nice reviews, of course. I'm going to do like this because I know that there is a problem. But that's not good. No straight like that then. This is where I'm going to be placing stuff, and I think I'm going to be placing a lot of mills here. I'm going to have some bakeries here, and I'm going to be having a train station here, cargo station, to bring thingamajigs to other places. But we have a start of our farming area, and yeah, started to fill up these silos. Let's see, do we have the right amount of workers for the next level? No, workers until now we have only 12 out of 150. So we need to get this little village up and running as well. So yeah, this is a suburban area, so we want some suburban housings here, but I want to pre-fix it, so to speak. I'm going to try and find the center of these. So first of all, I want to see how long is this road. So let's start by doing like this. Since I have road anarchy, I can just paint over, and I see 59. So half of 50 is 25 plus 4.5, so 29.5. So that's 29 then. And if we go from this side, 29 out, that's there. So I want to be having it, let's just do like that to have our guidance, because I'm not going to be making any roads. I just wanted to find out not exactly, but somewhere the middle. And then, yeah, you can see we made this little nod here because we want to have a crossing here, and believe you me not, there is a crossing now, but we want to have something painted as well, and then we want crossroads, and I don't really, let's see here, was it shift? Yeah, and then I'll just make it a crossover there, and maybe we can have it on the both of the sides here, like that. But the thing is, I wanted white. I wanted really crispy white. So both of them, like that. Yeah. Now we have our first little road here, and we have a crossing in the middle of it, so I can take away that one. Yeah. And the thing is, before we start making any housings here, I think we're going to be doing something like this, and we're going to be doing a park area out of this as well. But there can't be a park area in the industrial area, which is a bit of a shame, I think, because I always place a lot of parks in the industrial area as well. No, it's not very sad out here. Sorry. I'm a bit tired today. But anyway, the reasons that I made this crossing is of course the same reasons that I made crossings up there, is because I want to be able to do a new parking area here, because I want them to be able to, oh, that's not going to line up perfectly, well, anyway, it's good enough for me to have it right next to it, and then we have that one down there. Oh, they're not going to be lining up good here either. Oh well, maybe we should have made the park before and then made the node changes afterwards, but anyway, let's just continue like that. We don't need it on that side, so I'm gonna bulldoze that one down, and then we go back into park, because we of course want to have a walking path between all of these. Now this is of course because I think that this road is too long. Oh crap. Like that. And like that. Now we can see, I think this road here, as I said, is too long to sort of go around to get to everything. So when you live kind of center here, you should be able to have a walkway all the way down to this area as well, because we're going to be placing the schools down here, schools and stuff like that, but no shops, because we have to remember we can't have any in any commercial area here, because there's no lorries being allowed to get into this area here. So let's keep that in mind before we lose our minds, as they say. I can actually think that, I'm thinking that I can actually do like this. Go into the move it, and now I turn that snapper off, and then move it to be straight with this one. Oh, I'm not as stupid as I look. Let's do the same thing here. That gives us a nice straight road as well, like that. Now we want to be able to change in every one of these, so let's go in with the node thingamajig and we create one there. we create one in the middle of this one, and we create one in the middle here. It's just going to look nice, don't you think? And you still want to be able to walk over here, even if there aren't, because we're gonna, even if there aren't, any park buildings out there, or park thingamajigs out there. And then we want, of course, to be able to do the crossings. Like that, and as I said, I want it up there, and I copy that, and I go back into this one, and I paste. Yeah, sure, the park is bigger. Like that, we have a nice wide crossing there. Let's go down here. We're holding shift so that we can paint this. Now this oh crap, that wasn't what I wanted, was it? Definitely not. Why did that happen? That's ridiculous. Let's see if we try it again. Oh, where did I go wrong with this one then? Take it away, let's do it from the start. Maybe I didn't get... No, that one doesn't want to play with me. Let's take that away, yes, and let's start on this second one then. No. Still the same problem. Well then, I'm not going to be having such a wide one. That's a shame, but we're going to have the wide ones. And can we dash length? No, that's the width of them. Space frame is not offset. Nothing happens. Offset before. Oh. Width. Oh, great. Great. Let's go back. Was it 03? Let's place this all the way out there then. Like that. Good. 3.6. Gotta remember that if we have to do that same thing in this intersection. Shift, pull it down, shift, pull it up. Yeah, this one is not, did not give me any problems. I don't know why that gave me problems back there. That was a strange one, but that looks great. Let's go on to the next one. This is quite fun, isn't it? We were supposed to be making a lot of industry things today, and now we're making markings in the road. Anyway, here we go. We have this pretty little thing. Now I want some housings, of course, in this place, and I want it to be a lowering. So we're gonna have some of these smaller thing. Maybe American Electric. This could be a little American suburb, can it? What's this? American suburbs. Oh, how does this look then? It's a nice house. Maybe I'll have it right next to this one. Yeah, that looks good. American Electric. I don't want it all the way in. I want some space in between the housings. Let's see how that looks. That looks okay for me. Now I don't like that they've changed the gravel. You can see here that they've changed. Let's do actually first person camera and go in. You can see they made the stone so that they go through that pretty driveway up to that thing, and that's a shame because that makes me want to puke on that thing, and I'll have to change. I can't live with that, so I'm gonna have to change that later on. But what we need right now is, of course, housings, and we need people to move in here so that we can get workers to our farm area over there. We have only got 13 workers. Oh my god, how can they sustain themselves? Now anyway, we have some money again, so maybe we should, before anything else, we should be seeing if we can't do some animal, because I want animals on this area. So let's see, we can have more than one. We can only have 2, yeah, but 2 is good enough for me now. Let's turn on this thing. We will not have Square, we only have Wood Estate. Incoming, we will only have from local. Same on this second one. Take away Elm Square, and only deliveries from our own farms. Now let's see what kind of animals we have here. Sheep, I don't like sheep. But not very. I love pigs, they are tasty. If nothing else. I like me some pork. Anyway, let's go on with this. We have built up another sort of industry. Now these gonna have to have a warehouse. So let's see if we can build a warehouse out here someplace. And yeah, let's see if we can afford anything like that. Now 4,000. Now that's not far off, so let's just speed up a bit here so that we get our 4,000. Now we have our 4,000. So we're gonna place our little warehouse. I think we're gonna place it right here. Weird place to have it when I think about this intersection here, but never mind, it's not very much traffic at the moment. So we're gonna be placing, we're gonna say only Wood Estate, incoming, only locals, or all local areas is where it's coming from. So, and it's only going to be delivering to this area here, because we're going to use this warehouse to the animal products. We're putting animal products into that warehouse, and that's going to be used here for our bakeries. We're going to even place our bakeries inside this area here, as I said. So yeah, that at the moment we're going to be, oh crap-a-roni, I don't want them here. I've misplaced these houses. I want them in that square. I don't want houses on that road. So it's going to be up here. And then I'm going to move that one up here there as well, like that. So, yeah. Now, I was actually thinking that maybe I should be doing this by myself. So I'm going to be building this suburb up off camera, and I'm going to show it. Or maybe I do like this, that I'm ending this episode because we have started our farming industry, which was our plan. And maybe I'll do another video where I, in a time lapse, sort of build this one up. Now I know it's going to take quite a lot of time to build up that entire area in a nice way, so that's why I'm going to do it in a time lapse. And perhaps that's going to be episode 3, because I need the people to move in here to actually get the industry up and working here, because 17 workers, we do need a lot of more workers in that place. So yeah, that's what I'm going to start with. So I'm going to end this episode. I'm actually going to let's pause the game just for a second here as I end up this episode with what I'm going to be talking. I'm going to go through all the roundabouts and everything and see what else that can be missed or have disappeared in when it comes to rules and stuff like that. And after that, I think I'm going to be trying to record a time-lapse episode with So episode 3 will then be a time-lapse where I build up this suburban area here, and I'm going to be doing some schools and stuff like that down here. And yeah, then I will be back in episode 4 talking again, and let's see. You can always comment and say what you like the most or hate the most about my videos, so that I can perhaps get better. And yeah, I'm here to please. I'm here to get you to hopefully like my videos and to like and subscribe my channel. Anyway, I'm gonna call it quits for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was a good one, and as I said, I'm gonna fix this in a time lapse. So yeah, stay safe and have fun, and like, subscribe and comment. Bye bye bye.